Greetings and welcome once again on our EThekwini Matters podcast. My name is Msawake Maisela. This is a forum where we discuss quite a number of service delivery issues. I know that many of you are fully aware that our city was on the receiving end of the floods that have left a trail of damage resulting to our infrastructure being damaged, whether you're talking about water or electricity. So that's why we have seen it so imperative today to be joined by the head of our electricity unit, Maxwell Mthembu. Mthembu, welcome to EThekwini Matters.
Thank you.
Just tell us briefly, why are we not load shedding?
Oh, wow. Just like you've said, we had some devastation that took place in April during the floods, where we lost between 700 and 800 megawatts of supply. We have not actually fully recovered from that. As much as we had a second one in May, but it did not do much damage compared to the April one. So since that loss of that supply, I think at the moment are sitting at slightly above 200 megawatts that is not yet recovered. There are big industries that have not yet come back to production. Some that have come back are not fully in their production. So we do have a load that we are not having that we used to have before, which we are regarding as part of load shedding as we are speaking today. So that means we cannot participate because that load is not there to participate on. And ESCOM and National Control are fully aware of that. We've got meters to check all our supplies coming in so they know what we are saying is true. Because we can't just say a statement without them checking if it's true or not.
I remember recently we have communicated that we'll actually consider participating in load shedding on the 1st of August. Is it still so, or are there any changes in this regard?
It is so, but we must understand where it's coming from. I want to believe that some of our customers actually were excited about the fact that we are not doing load shedding and spoken to their relatives and friends in other provinces. And then there was a complaint that came into ESCOM about us not getting involved in load shedding. So then ESCOM engaged us to say, guys, we had an understanding about what's happening now. So we said, and we told them the truth, where we are in terms of our network. Then we decided that, guys, we will try to participate. Come the 1st of August, we will try to give some load to you. But we did point out that the over 200 megawatts that we don't have, it's equivalent to stage 3 of load shedding. So we agreed that stage 1, 2 and 3 of load shedding, EThekwini will not participate when ESCOM or National Control is calling upon it. Only on stage 4 that we can start participating.
In terms of reconnecting homes and industries that were affected by the floods, how far are we?
We completed doing that work even by just before the end of May. Everybody was back on, except the big industries that could not come back on because of the damage, the extent of the damage that happened in their infrastructure within those industries, such as Toyota, Sapref and the likes. So, but all others, all the homes were back in. Like Maran Ridge was off for 3 weeks, but they came back in somewhere just before the middle of May. We were able to put a temporary supply and put a boat that was a temporary boat, a mobile boat, which was quite something because actually to build what happened there, it takes about 3 years. And we were able to come back and bring the supply within 3 weeks. It was quite something, really. For our guys, we really congratulate our engineers. And mind you, Mr. Maisela, we don't use consultants in EThekwini Municipality. We're using our own professional engineers, our own technologists, our own technicians, our own electricians. Yes, we may use contractors on the electrician side, but in this case, most of the work was done by in-house staff.
And indeed, because if you look at the magnitude of the damage, indeed our engineers deserve a pat on the back.
Yes, they do. I'm lucky actually to lead such clever people. I call them very intelligent engineers that I'm leading. So they really make me look good. It's because of the work that they do, the way they apply themselves, the way they come up with solutions, and the speed that they have in applying those solutions is quite outstanding.
One of the challenges that you are experiencing here in EThekwini, that we are a city, the only one in KwaZulu-Natal. And obviously, we've got quite a number of people that are flocking to EThekwini in search of economic opportunities. We've got quite a number of incidents of land invasion as a result. How do you deal with this situation? Because we've got incidents of illegal connections, and how is it impacting to the grid?
I will answer the question which is relating to me, which is the grid. But if we were to look at the question itself, we need to look at it in a human settlement point of view. How are we really managing the issue of human settlement? But let me just shift now because the people are already here.
Yeah.
They now live here. We've got over 500 informal settlements in EThekwini. So they are stealing, is true, because they're looking for these products that we sell. But as and when we find out, we are able to reconnect them through a normal electrification program that we deal with.
Right.
We've covered quite a lot, actually. We've been so good. Even them, if we look at it since 2012 till now, for the past 10 years, you look at the number of homes that we've been able to electrify, it's quite a lot. It's more than 100,000.
Yeah. And I remember that we had incidents where some of our transformers burst because of being overburdened. And I know that we're losing millions each and every year to replace those transformers. What will be your message to the public out there to partner with the city to nip in the sketch of stealing electricity?
Yeah, we are really discouraging the issue of stealing of electricity. We're encouraging that when people come in, whether it's in a form of informal settlements or low-cost housings that the city is building or transit camps, please come forward and request us to come and connect. We will connect. Because when someone is stealing, we'll use the name stealing, or illegally connecting into the network, they abuse. They're not like the normal customers who know that they're paying for that service.
Right.
So like it's winter right now, we'll find that some homes at the moment, as hot as it is, and we think it's hot, some two plates of their stoves are still on as heaters, because they don't pay for it. So they don't feel the pain. But anyone who feels the pain of paying will never do such. We'll always try to save. So as we connect people legally into the network, we find that the demand is dropping. It's not increasing. It's dropping because the people who are using it were actually abusing it. So now they're no longer abusing it because they pay for it. Now they're going to be saving it as much as possible. Therefore, on our side, we are having a drive of electrifying these people, because we know that even the demand is going to come down as we legally electrify them.
But also, it's not only the people that are living in informal settlements. I know that even those that live in the suburbs, there are those who are trying by all means to avoid paying for electricity. What will be your way to that?
Look, it's deeper than what you say. We are coming out of COVID-19, the pandemic. We know what it has done to so many families. What the families that were known before to be well-built or well-mannered or well-managed families are broken, because the breadwinners of those families, some of them actually they either lost their jobs or they lost their lives. So the people are now who are depending on them are now staying in those beautiful homes but cannot afford to pay for the services. So, but having said that, we've got a program that we have, be it is in the low cost houses or township or even suburbs. We call it 80-20. That is what we're now using. It started in the 1st of July officially, but we're going to be launching it full force on the 1st of August, where we're saying everybody who's owing the city whatever amount, whether it's rates, water, electricity, all combined, come to us in electricity department. We will sign you an agreement. It's a joint venture between us and the revenue management. So we agreed that they're going to be signing those agreements. We call them AOD, so the acknowledgement of debts. So once you sign it, we ring fence your debts, and then we put you to something we call 80-20. This is how 80-20 works. When we convert you from credit to prepaid. So when we come now to purchase your token, we take 80% of what you purchased and we give you the tokens worth of 80%. The 20% goes to the debts that we're having. Be it 100,000 or whatever value it is, you're going to be paying it little by little without even feeling it.
But eventually
we are going to finish it. But doesn't exclude that we cannot now pay for the current debt on rates, water. That account will still be there. The only account that's going to come out from that account is electricity, which is now going to be a prepaid. So now once you're on the prepaid, now we're managing your debt, but you still have a responsibility of paying for the rates and for water and sewer and I think CSW part of it where we remove the waste.
But other than the consequences of COVID-19, there are those who deliberately do not pay for electricity yet they can afford.
Those are just thieves. So now we are asking an engineer, I'm an engineer by profession. I cannot solve all the social problems out there. We just need people to be convicted through the other people that they respect. Most people go to either churches, mosques, or temples, or somewhere they worship something or somebody that they worship. So we are calling upon those people who are leaders of those such organizations, who are respected by the people who are thieves, that I'm calling thieves, because they're stealing my product. So I'm asking them to nicely talk to them. I remember that I was in Cartplash not so long ago. I referred to that to say those who are reading the Bible, they know there are 10 commandments. And one of them says, thou shalt not steal. It still stands. It will never change. So it does not say you must not steal, but accept electricity or municipal services. It doesn't include those. It's only talking about stealing in general. So do not steal. So those who are stealing, were still saying, please stop stealing. There is a way of us living together without you stealing.
Yeah, and I know that your team is doing a remarkable work with regard to ensuring that our streetlights are on.
Yes.
But there are some rogue elements within our society that seem to be reversing those gains.
Yes.
Just tell us briefly, what are we doing about it? How is it impacting negatively on you?
It is bad. Like I'm saying, I don't know whether it is the situation that we're going through as a country, which is financially not okay, which makes people to go and steal the way they do. It's like it's mounting now. I was watching a video not so long ago of somebody was sitting at the top of the streetlight pole, removing the fitting of the streetlight, just to try to remove it so they can get to the copper and be able to sell it. And guess what? People who saw that thing, all they could do was just to take a video of it. No one bothered about reporting to the police. That's a criminality that was happening. And many people saw it and none of them is bothering about it. But guess what? When that light is no longer working, whom do they go to? They come to us and they cry that the light is broken, that is broken. But you saw it too and you know the person who broke it.
Exactly.
And it's not us who broke it. It was somebody that you saw and you recorded. And you never put about reporting it anyway. But you're expecting us to be supermen to understanding things and see things that we did not see, that you saw and we never reported it. And that is what is happening here. People are stealing our infrastructure for the purpose of just going and selling that copper and making money out of it. But again, the community must understand this. If you allow such an activity happening in front of you or in your face and you say nothing about it, they are stealing your electricity.
Exactly. Yeah.
You are the one who will not have street lights or even power for that matter in your area. They're not going to scream and fight the municipality, but think about it carefully. You know who the thieves are. We don't. And we never reported them. If we found them, we would have reported them and still solve your problem. Now we expect us to move at the speed that we're not aware of. And we expect that now because now your anger is mounted up for hours or even days or weeks without having access to that power. That now we have to move at your pace and be able to give you that power. It's not practically possible. So where we need to cap it is when we see the criminality, let's stop it there and then.
But I think what is also compounding our woes is that the owners of these scrap metal yards where these things are being sold are also accomplices. Am I correct?
They are.
Because that's where they are being sold.
They are, because they know they are buying a stolen property. You tell me a guy who just comes in there, you know, you can see the guy is not working and he's carrying some copper. Where did the copper come from? There are a few people who are using this copper and who have the majority of them, the municipality. So if someone comes in like that and you buy that at a low price, you must know that you are part and parcel of this criminality.
We thank you so much for your time. I think we're absolutely clear and hoping that we'll be chatting to you again.
Thank you very much by my side.
That was Maxwell Mthembu. He's the head of EThekwini Electricity, painting a vivid picture of the challenges that we're experiencing, but also shedding some light of the good work that his team is doing. We thank you so much for watching.